In terms of who you are as a person, right? The way you view yourself, right? Like forget everyone else, forget like social media, the YouTubes of this world. Like
Yeah.
in terms of your own self-perception, who you were when you were hitting the 100K a year compared to the 100K month.
Dude, the crazy thing is, I think I'm more humble. Funny enough, you know,
Yeah.
I think when I started making money, I was never a flash. Like I was never into the flashy stuff. I've always been pretty low key, but there's always kind of like a certain underlying energy where you need to prove to people or get people's approval from the accomplishments you're getting, right? Especially because you're just starting out, and maybe like a few months ago you were stuck in college and doing nothing with your life, right? And now you're making 6 figures a year, and it's not like I was telling everyone, but I just let them know, right? That I was doing doing decently okay, you know, I'll whatever, right? Now I'm much more humble. Like I don't really care for, you know, telling people how much I make, only to my 50K YouTube audience and to my TikTok audience. But that's how I see it. You know, funny enough, I think I don't really think about that figure. I just think about growth and building cool shit. And that's one of the things that I'm proud of, is the fact that like I'm not really obsessed over the figure. Yes, it's cool, right, to hit the goal, and I've always been a pretty goal oriented person. I'm like, cool, let's just build more shit. Let's just start a podcast. Let's just build an e-com brand. Let's just like, you know, partner up with brands on TikTok as well, and a bunch of, you know, let's launch a sister agency, which I'm gonna be launching. Yeah, that's kind of like my goal.
Awesome. And I mean, you touched on it there as well, but like when you're speaking to other people, when you meet someone new, I mean, maybe more so now than back then, but like when someone asks, what do you do? Where do you go? Do you go down a rabbit hole where you just explain all this stuff and how much you're doing and the different clients you're working with, or do you play it low key? Like a lot
depends on who the person is, right? I mean, if someone asks you like, what do you do, and they're a client, a prospect, right? You have a clear mission as an e-com agency, I'm guessing, right? So if it's a prospect, I'll tell them exactly, and maybe the post, the results, and all that stuff. But if it's someone that I mean, I don't really know, like, dude, I really could not care less. Like I think it's actually pretty cool to like be low key, and that's kind of the way I see like money. I you know, luxury has never really attracted me. I obviously like living in cool places, but the main thing for me is experiences, because that's, at the end of the day, that's what I'm gonna take with me, and also sharing it with people, you know, and seeing the whole squad win. That's big for me as well. So yeah, that's kind of my take with money. Like I don't really care about what other people may think of what I do, or in fact, I think if you don't, then you guard yourself against people that may take advantage. I'm not saying that there's a lot of people that will, but there's a certain percentage of people that when they hear how much you make, or when you hear you're making like specific moves, like it'll change your perception of, you know, that will change your perception of you know, how they view you, essentially, right? And I want them to view me for who I am, not what I have or what I've achieved.